This 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. He'll buy some time right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down and 2. You look at this Bronco defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They just do get the play off. Love going to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain. So they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you could do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On play action, Love to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Love looking to throw it. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Play action this time with Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 28. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Now Love. Eluding the... And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jordan Love with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Bills 7, Broncos nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Easy, 63, bang.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Hey, 73, 73. Carl Leviani. Carl Leviani. Man.
Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer move. Breaks the tackle now with Allen. He's on his way. Still shedding tackles. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Pass caught by Pearsall. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Broncos 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Robinson up the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Ricky Pearsall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They go bootleg. Love. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he goes out right around the 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Love now. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Myers' kick is good, and the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Alpha, alpha, alpha.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Well, that to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounded, but it's second down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. His throw incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Myers' kick is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Third down and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. Shedding through the defense. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because
that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Fighting him off. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Love. Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Love from the gun. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
73, 73.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 27.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Ricky Pearsall with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Love looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Love. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
Hey, 73.
Throwing is Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Touchdown, Broncos. Ricky Pearsall. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Love. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now a 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have the 1st down. And that might not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they should be able to run it down from here.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Love. That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Love. Able to find Kmet. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Let's go.
Love. That'll be caught. It's Cup. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Love looking to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And now the common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
Here's Love.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive. The bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Love.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1970.